Hey, this is Mango, the GOAT, and this is the IIP. IIP stands for Involuntary Immigrants Podcast. I'm so fucking happy to be here, man. I fucking love you guys. Yeah, dude. That's my white boy voice. Yeah, dude. And do some blow. Listen, man. Hey, I want to talk to you. They got this thing, right? I want to take the time. I want to applaud all my Democratic voting niggas. Because niggas, y'all finally did it. Democratic niggas, if you voted Democrat in the last fucking 3 elections, man, shout out to you. And more so, this is for you if you voted Democrat in the last election when it was Jim Crow Joe versus the Orange Man, J. Trump, man. I just want to say, man, this one's for you. This one's for you, man. Y'all niggas, y'all finally did it. Y'all finally did it, man. They studying HR 40, man. So y'all can congratulations to yourself, man. Y'all finally did it. Y'all finally fucking did it. Y'all niggas fucking blew it. Y'all fell for it. Shed a tear for these niggas. And I believe in the NOI philosophy that we are one people. So y'all niggas blew it. That means, nigga, we blew it. We fucking blew it. So I want to talk about HR 40. HR 40 is a study for reparations. Yeah, get you niggas a check. Get all of us niggas a check. HR 40, they gonna study it. I got a question though. I want to know, do you guys see the fucking con yet? Are you woke up to the game? Are you woke up to the con? All y'all niggas that accepted that applause, are you woke up to the con? Do you see the fuckery? When it comes to reparations, they do studies when it's for niggas. What the fuck was HR 39 at? Was there a HR 39 for the study of Asian reparations? Matter of fact, that might have been a HR 38. Was there a HR 39 to see a study on sending Ukraine money? What was a study on that? Well, shit, niggas been talking reparations for many decades. I wonder if it was HR 29 where they studied fucking sending shit over there to the fucking desert and shit. Was there HR 31 or the HR 40 comes about when we talking about doing right by niggas? One of the foundational people of America. But we need a HR 40 because we got to study this problem. We got to make sure we study it before we cut them niggas a check. You know how much money them niggas are spending every year? Them niggas spend a lot of money every year. But what happened if we cut a check too goddamn big for those niggas? Holy shit, suppose they save it. Your greatest Democratic politicians, they have an internal fear. They have internal fear that you will wake up, do for self. But the biggest fear for them is that you will retaliate on their history. Because let's remember, the Klan originally was a Democratic affiliate, Democratic Party affiliate. So if you look at it, the Democratic Party, they fight for women's rights for abortion. Yeah, granted, you might see a whole bunch of white women out there with picket signs and all this and that. Sure, talking about a woman should have the right to choose. But how come the majority of abortion clinics in the hood? And be real with you, when I hear Democratic parties talking about a woman's right to choose, I don't hear that. I hear, don't take away our tools for putting those baby killing places in them black communities. What the fuck's wrong with you? This is how we maintain balance. That's what I hear. Some of y'all gonna disagree because some of y'all really believe that this fight is about a woman's right to choose. It ain't about a woman's right to choose, because where was these motherfuckers at when there was plenty of women that didn't want to choose to get vaccines last year? This same party was all about mandates. It was women that didn't want that shit. They didn't care about a woman's right to choose then. So with that being said, a woman's right to choose an abortion and shit, most of the niggas, I'm gonna be real with you, most of the niggas who on board with the abortion factor, it's because they wouldn't mind a bitch getting an abortion, because they make some bad decisions with a hoe on a late night, and they like, man, boy, if it wasn't for abortions, boy, I'd be in some shit right now. So please don't take them goddamn abortions away, because, man, CVS was closed at one time, and I couldn't get them Plan Bs, man. That hoe would have had me trapped. Boy, I'm so good they vacuumed that little motherfucker out of that pussy. That's real. That's what you get with some men who are for it. My biggest issue is, if abortion clinics was primarily in the suburbs, I don't think it'd be this, I don't think it'd even be the way it is right now as far as the political speech goes. But to seeing how these abortion clinics are primarily in your ghettos or in your hoods, in your urban areas, to me, it just sounds like the Democratic Party is more upset that they're losing one of the tools from old Margaret, the Klan mama. That's just my personal opinion. Fuck it. And, you know, one big issue, like I said, with this HR 40, when I heard about it, it was like, yeah, as you know, I previously had Marcel on, and Marcel Dixon, this nigga is all about reparations for his people. And I think it's ironic because he's like the first politician to come through like this that I know of. And it's been many politicians before him. But that nigga's number one thing is reparations for his people. Not just a check that you can go buy J's with, nigga. And I hope you don't. I hope you make some kind of wealth with it, to be real with you. But the nigga Marcel, that's his main bread and butter. That's his talking point. That's what he about. And it's about repaying black wealth. I heard him say some shit, because I hear white people all the time like, you niggas wasn't enslaved. Why should we pay for you? You niggas weren't enslaved, and you're doing better than you did in Africa. Look at the African now. They got flies in their face and shit on their kneecaps and all this bullshit. You niggers got it made. We give you projects. But the catch to that is, right, you look at the poor motherfucker in Africa, his country's probably poor, right? And they've been there and they've been poor, and then that's what it is, even though they're sitting on resources. Not to mention, you know, Ching Chong's is taking the resources from them niggas. But the reality of it is, you're talking about the, shout out to Tariq Nasheed, the foundational black Americans who helped build this country and got nothing for it. They got nothing for it. Only thing they got was indoctrination. Indoctrination to lead them to their failures.
That is why you fail.
So with that being said, indoctrination to lead them to their failures, you're like, damn, man, if that wealth would have kicked in. You know? So I heard Brother Dixon say some shit in one of his talking points. And it was a white guy talking, and the white guy said, you know, y'all niggers today didn't do slavery. Why are they entitled to doing, get the check and all of this? And why do the white man got to pay for it? I ain't never owned no slaves. That's my white voice. But that nigga Marcel said the smoothest thing ever. Well, then anything you ever inherited from your parents, grandparents, and this and that, why don't you give that up? Because you didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. That's the direct flip opposite, where you saying like our ancestors worked for this and worked for that and worked for that and didn't get paid shit for it. So we don't deserve, even though now you would say, well, yeah, they should have been paid, but the descendants don't deserve it. They didn't do none of that. Okay, well, you got an inheritance somewhere, didn't you, bitch? Well, why don't you give your inheritance up, bitch, if that's how you feel so strong about it to your core foundation? Don't be a motherfucking hypocrite. Please don't be a hypocrite. If you eradicate all inheritance, every baby starts at scratch and only keeps what they earn, I'm telling you to be a whole different ballgame. But no, there's wills left. There's wills left. And based on the fact that you force a people to work for nothing and take all the wealth from it. I heard fucking Larry Elder This motherfucker. I give Larry Elder a chance because he's black. I respect every nigga, right? And he says, well, hey, the reparations are slippery slope, because then what do we talk about? Well, we talk about if the slave masters, well, should they deserve reparations too? Because when they bought slaves, it was plainly legal, and then they lost their slaves. So should they deserve reparations also? That's how Larry Elder talk, y'all. Y'all go look it up. Y'all can bust out laughing. And I was listening to the motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you what took me off of Larry Elder is when he talked about Trayvon and how George Zimmerman was just patrolling his neighborhood. He was a good citizen. He was patrolling his neighborhood. And I said, man, fuck this nigga. And I don't like Newsom because I don't belong to no party, so I don't gotta pick one of them motherfuckers. But I tell you what, I like Newsom over him when you can justify a grown ass man walking after a kid and then getting his ass whooped for being a creep and then shooting the motherfucker he was creeping on. You sum that up to, well, Trayvon was black, so he must have been a hoodlum. And I look at motherfucking Sambos like that, like they don't get no pussy from black women.
Hey, at least I'm housebroken.
And the only pussy they got was some white girl who was being rebellious. So they grow up and feel the way they do. So fuck Larry Elder off rip.
He looks like a fucking loser.
But to get back to the intellectual part of this, him talking about reparations going to slave masters, that's bullshit.
Is he stupid?
Because, you got the Homestead Act and you got all of these different things. But then coming right off of that, you have certain laws that keep black people from owning deeds and doing this and that. And even, I personally believe the civil rights movement and integration was probably the worst thing to happen to black people because I don't think we was ready for it yet. Most people would argue that, and most of those people who would argue that, they're black people who like fucking white pink pussy.
I'm about to bust.
But most niggas with black women and love their sisters would understand what I'm saying is because we stopped building wealth in our community when they told us we can integrate. We went shopping with them. We closed the Negro leagues down to join the MLB. Ain't no team owners there. Ain't no team owners in the NFL. We had our black leagues. And that money was in our community. Were we treated fair? Fuck no. Fuck no. But it's that long haul of building wealth. Eventually you'll be treated fairly when you become the boss. That's the truth of it.
But that's simply not possible.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
I'd like to thank y'all for listening. I'm going to leave it at that. And hopefully you guys remain safe. And by the time the next episode returns, I have your 2 ears paying attention to my one mouth again. Hey, this is Mango the Goat. I love to thank all the Mangaloids, and God bless you and your family.
Do you remember writing in your diary that freedom is the freedom to say 2 and 2 make 4?
Yes.
How many fingers am I holding up, Winston?
4.
And if the party says it is not 4 but 5, then
4.
180. How many? 190. How many fingers, Winston?
4. 5. 4. Anything you like. Only stop the pain. Stop.
Involuntary. Done contrary to or without choice. Involuntary.
Immigrant.
Done contrary
Definition
to
1.
or without choice.
Person who immigrates.
Involuntary.
Immigrant.
Done contrary
Definition
to
1.
or without choice.
Person who immigrates.
Done contrary to or without choice. Done contrary to or without choice. Done contrary to or without choice.
Definition 1. Immigrant. Definition 1. Unknown. Person who established. Unknown. Unknown. Established.
Trying to free your mind.
What white people have to do is try to find out in their own hearts why it was necessary to have a nigger in the first place. But if you think I'm a nigger, it means you need it. The question you gotta ask yourself, the white population of this country's gotta ask itself. North and South, because it's one country, and for a Negro, there is no difference between North and South. There's just, a difference in the way they castrate you.
Who taught you to hate yourself?
Involuntary. Done contrary to or without choice.
Immigrant. Definition 1. A person who immigrates. Definition 2. A plant or animal that becomes established where it was previously unknown.